Congratulations on winning the Vic Open on the weekend. How did you find the tournament?
Yeah, thank you. It was it was good. It was always good to play at our sort of second local beach, and so it was awesome. And always on the Sunday to be part of the St Kilda Fest is so special as well, to be part of one of the biggest festivals in Australia, basically. So yeah, we get a massive buzz from playing in that front of that big crowd, and yeah, awesome to do it in Melbourne.
Sweet. You guys won in 3 in the final over former Australian champion and Danish international Bo Soderberg and Casey Grice. How tough was it coming back after losing that first set?
It was pretty brutal. It was a real long first set. We probably didn't have any right to get as close as we did, getting 28-30, and to get ourselves up for the second set. We had a bit of momentum, I think, at the end of the first, so pushing through the 3-setter and getting the win was makes it a little bit sweeter when it's in 3.
Absolutely. You guys are the most informed beach volleyball team in Australia right now. So tell us, how did you guys meet and how did this partnership come together?
This partnership sort of came together when Josh moved over from Perth, and he lived at my place for about a year, just living, just a bit homeless, and so lived at our place. And we were both playing with different partners at the time, and my partner suffered a bit of a back injury, and Josh's partner Cedric as well, who's on the wall behind us somewhere. He was doing heaps of different things with indoor, and it just came up for the opportunity for us to play a tournament together overseas, and we went over and it was pretty good, so we gave it a crack.
You've come up against some tough opposition throughout the series. Is there anyone in particular that you maybe don't look forward to coming up against, and why would that be?
We're not looking forward to coming up against any of them. Everyone's tough kind of thing in that senior men's Volleyroos squad. There's no easy games, and there's nowhere to hide out on court. But playing experienced players like Josh Slack and Bo Soderberg, they just know their way around a volleyball court like the back of their hand. You come up against Chris McHugh and Isaac Cappy, they're one of the best teams we have in Australia, and they're great guys to train with and play against. And then you've got young fiery cats like Casey Grice and Cole Durant, who are just they're just go, and they'll fight to the end. So
and then you got heaps of other juniors that are really pushing us every single time we play them from everywhere. Queensland, New South, other Victorian juniors, South Australian guys, Western Australian guys. Everyone's there. The tour, the standard of the tour overall is getting a lot stronger, which benefits everybody.
Yeah, great to hear. You guys are dominating the Australian Beach Volleyball Tour this summer. What has been the toughest event so far, and which is your favourite one to win?
For me, the toughest event. They've all been extremely hard for different reasons. Some have been just insanely hot, like 40 plus degrees. Others have been really windy. Every single one has been tough in its own way. We've been behind in a lot of the sets we've played, and there's still stuff we need to work on for sure. I can't tell you which one our favourite one is to win. Probably the Western Australian one and the Victorian one were special favourites, because obviously Josh is from WA and I'm obviously from Victoria. Yeah. But we're Victorian now, I suppose, if I can claim it. But and as well, Oz champs. I don't know. Winning the Australian Championships was a massive highlight as well for the season. So yeah, I don't know. They're all pretty special in their own way.
Yeah. You've got the New South Wales Open coming up this weekend at Manly. What kind of preparation goes into an event like this and travelling, etc.?
We've had the first 5 events in 6 weeks. We had a 1 weekend break in the middle. The first 3 events followed by a break, and then the next 3 events. We try to continuously train throughout that week. You have the Monday off, had some physio, we've had a little bit of a break. Straight back into it today. We'll be training all the way up until Friday, and then we both fly Friday evening, travel over to New South and play. But plenty of time spent on the sand. We use the Australian Tour as a little bit of a pre-season for the international. So we're getting in the gym as much as we can, but it's all guns blazing at the moment. So.
Can you each give us a career highlight to date?
I don't know if I can. I don't know. Actually, there's so many enjoyable moments, and there's a lot of unenjoyable moments and lowlights as well. Winning Australian champs this year was pretty special, but being selected to go to the World Champs and representing Australia at the Senior World Champs last year would definitely have been a highlight. I don't know, there's a few others along the way, but yeah, they're probably two of the big ones recently. Yeah.
I think playing back in WA in front of the home crowd and actually performing and winning, because I remember playing the last couple of years there and it was very nervy and very jittery, and I was nervous this year, and Damien managed to step up for us and help us get over the line, and I'm sure Damien had a few nerves playing in Victoria on the weekend.
What's the best advice you've ever received?
Far out. Probably from our coach Hayden saying, "Don't lose, otherwise you're going to be in a lot of pain on Monday."
Sounds familiar.
That's probably about it. Yeah.
What advice would you give to aspiring young Victorian volleyballers looking to follow your footsteps?
Yeah, look, if you believe in yourself that you can do it. I know it's a cliche as well, but a lot of people tell you can't do it for different reasons. There's no money, there's not a lot of money in the sport. There's not, if you're not a certain height, you're going to struggle, etc., etc. It's hard to break into teams, whatever it is. But beach volleyball especially is so good because it's up to you as an individual how good you want to get. Indoor, you need to sort of get other people along and have the big trainings, but there's nothing stopping you grabbing a ball and going down to South Melbourne, or coming down and grabbing a court and training with the people here at the awesome facilities at Damien. They're crazy. But I spent a lot of my younger years as well just by myself serving balls and doing endless high lines and just reps and reps and reps, and grab a mate and get him to set 1,000 balls to me, whatever it is. So if you want to put in the work, you can sort of still get there. We still need to put in a lot of work again to get where we want to go, but it's probably the only advice I could give. Just if you want to put the work in, you'll be surprised what can happen.
Now, leading on from that, we've got to ask, what do we think about Rio? Thinking about it yet?
You'd be lying if you said you weren't thinking about it. It's definitely not in the forefront of our mind, leading up to each event as it's been coming. We've got the national tour this weekend, there's national tour finals, Asian champs, there's some Asian tour and world tour before that even happens. There's got a continental cup has to happen for us to qualify a spot to go to the Olympics. So there's a lot of things that need to fall into place before Australia is even going to qualify a men's spot to go. So between Damien and myself and all the Volleyroos guys, we're just working as hard as we can to get a spot there for a men's team.
And finally, if you guys weren't Australian beach volleyballers, what would you be doing?
Well, maybe playing indoor, but I'd probably be playing footy. I reckon I'd be playing footy down probably for my Mazenod Old Coals. I'd imagine I'd be having a kick down there, or trying to get a kick anyway. But yeah, that's probably what I'd be doing.
I'd probably still be in WA playing indoor and having a great old time, and then just working the 9 till 5.
Well, thank you very much, guys, and good luck for this weekend in New South Wales.
No worries.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.